We were on vacation many moons ago because, we had kids. We don't go on vacations right now. We were on vacation, and Kayla had the bright idea early in the morning, hey, let's get a jet ski. Let's ride on the jet ski. And I like jet skis. I've driven jet skis before. It's super fun getting out on the water and just cutting around and zigzagging. I love jet skis, but I did not consider that she would want to drive. Because I ride in a car with her, and that's scary enough. I'm not going to spill all of your beans. Some of you text and drive. She places her makeup in the center console. I'll just say that. Her makeup's in the car. It's not texting and driving. She does makeup and drives. Are you catching my drift? It's dangerous. It's dangerous. One time you swerved off the road. You really swerved off the road, and you didn't realize it was because you were putting on your makeup. That's why I didn't think she'd want to drive a jet ski in the Gulf of Mexico. But she hops on, grabs the handlebars, and says, "Get on, big boy." And I was like, I'd prefer not to, but y'all know that I did. I got on, and we're twirling around in the Gulf of Mexico and this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden she decides just to go for a straight shot, like we're drag racing somebody that doesn't exist. Drag races, if you get pretty quick, it's over. It's a quarter mile. We're just going and going and going and going, and she's just having a ball, and I am not having a ball. I am bawling my eyes out, because here's the thing on these jet skis. They're not made for the big boy to be in the back. They're made for the big boy to drive, the little person to hold on. So I'm holding on to the little person, and I'm the big boy, and there's no handles for my feet. There's nothing to secure my feet, and it's wet because we're in the water. Water's wet, right? We're in the water, and my butt's wet because I'm sitting down. I'm heavy. There's not a lot of friction when there's that liquid there, and I'm just what my body does is just wants to fly off. Just wants to fly off. And I'm holding on to her, and I'm just there's nothing for me to really hold on to. I am just squeezing for my dear life, and I start screaming hey, slow down. I can look over her. She's little. I can look over her shoulders 70 miles an hour on the Gulf of Mexico with me, who at that time was 270 pounds. I've lost a little weight. It's pretty cool. It's just I was just hanging on for my dear life, and I'm screaming, and I'm kicking and screaming. Oh my goodness gracious. And she just laughing at me. No sympathy for her husband at all. Shark infested waters. She didn't give a rip, dude. She was just ripping through the Gulf of Mexico. And I was just reacting insane. It was insane. If there was a video of this, it would definitely be viral. People would think she's crazy too, because she's just laughing her head off about it. But I was just reacting. It was just, all I could do was just to hold on. And I had nothing to hold on to. And I wonder today, in our situations, how do you react to a scary situation? That's what I want to talk about today. How do you react to a situation that gives you fear? A situation that if it plays out in its worst case scenario, you are going down. What happens when you feel like you have nothing to hold on to? How do you react? How does your language begin to change? Where does your faith go when the car breaks down on the way to work? Where does your faith go? How do you react in those moments? How do you react when the bank account's a little too low when it needs to be way higher? How do you react to these moments when you need a job to provide for your family? How do you react? What are the words that you say? What are the thoughts that you think when you're right in the middle of a broken relationship? How do you react is the question. How do you react when you've been so close to God, but he feels so far away in a season? How do you react? I think we're far too often reaching and reacting to these situations with fear. That's how we do it. Scary situation, we're afraid. Instead, what we need to do today, and this is the point I want to drive home, we need to make a choice to rejoice. Somebody rhyme with me. Say, choice to rejoice. We're going to get you on the next rap album, I guarantee it. You need to make a choice to rejoice before the pain of suffering tricks you into being afraid. There's no doubt about it. Scary situations are scary in nature. But if you are consumed with fear, the time to choose joy is out the window. You've already chosen fear. And today, in our scripture, we see Paul telling these Roman Christians to choose joy ahead of time. An interesting illustration that I think about when I'm thinking of choosing things ahead of time is just like, we all know church is on Sunday at 11 o'clock, but some Sundays we wake up and go like, do I want to, should we go today? You know, I had some things pop up today. I had this, should I go? And we're making a decision right in the middle of the moment that we should already be acting on. It's like, man, we should just decide things ahead of time. This is what adults do, apparently. I don't do a lot of it. I'm working on myself. We should choose joy before you step into the pain that you know is coming.